Welcome into CrosseFire. I'm Trey Lanthier, alongside Brian Edwards, bringing you ASU lacrosse coverage presented by the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. And now we're going to break down the Cal Poly versus ASU game on Saturday. It'll be in a round-robin tournament play against the University of Minnesota Duluth and Cal Poly and ASU in Minnesota. It'll be in Dome, so don't think about the weather too much. But Brian, what are you looking for in this matchup between the 2-1 Mustangs and the 2-0 Sun Devils?
Well, Trey, in this game, I'm definitely going to be looking at ASU, kind of get revenge against Cal Poly. Last year, Cal Poly eliminated ASU in the semifinals in the MCLA tournament, denying them a third straight chance at the championship game. And this is definitely a game that ASU is going to want to come out and win. Obviously they started off hot. So, they're going to keep that going and, get one back against Cal Poly after getting robbed.
And the fact that it's a grudge match is definitely going to be something to intrigue the matchup. Not to mention, there is a controversy in the cage between those two goaltenders in net for ASU in Brandon Propp and Preston Anderson. There's another video on that you can check out at cronkitesports.com. But if you look at these players on this Cal Poly team, not many familiar names from last year.
Yeah, no, definitely. They lost their three starting attackmen from last year. These are three guys that all scored over 60 points over the course of the season. They had a great offense last year. They were able to get that and ride that into the championship game against Colorado State. But now they're gone with that. They're playing a lot of freshmen and at the attack position. As a result, this team's actually looking kind of like ASU last year. They don't have a dominant scorer, but they have a lot of guys that are scoring across the board.
Well, and this year, ASU has three players that are outscoring Cal Poly's #1 points getter. So that's going to be an interesting storyline as well, whether or not the offenses can match up against each other. Who are your players to watch in this one?
Like I said, I'm going to have to go with, the offense players for Cal Poly. They're new guys. They're not really, synchronized. They don't have that chemistry ASU has right now. So I want to see how they handle it against solid ASU defense.
I'm personally going to go with Ben Martinek, the hometown kid, going to be back in Minnesota, right down the street. He's going to want to break out in that game. He's only had 3 points so far this season. He's a starting midfielder. He can up his game, and I expect to see him out in the field doing some big things. But that's going to do it for our pregame analysis. To get the article, go to cronkitesports.com. You've been listening to CrosseFire, ASU lacrosse coverage presented by the Walter Cronkite Sports Network.